What's going on, everyone? So today we're going to look at the cryptocurrency Cardano, aka ADA, and right now we are here on CoinMarketCap and the current price is at $1.13 and it is currently red right now, but that's not too big of a deal. And the current market cap, we are sitting around $36 billion. So before I look at Cardano, I always like to take a look at Bitcoin, and that usually gives me a good insight on how the overall crypto market is doing. And then usually the other altcoins down below tend to follow suit. So right now we can see Bitcoin, it's at 55 plus K. I mean, we saw it at 57 plus earlier this morning, but right now it's later in the day. And let's go actually hop into Cardano. Let's just take a look at it. And just some fun facts in case you're not really familiar with Cardano. And you can actually go down here below and actually check out some more details if you want to. But basically they state here it's a proof of stake blockchain platform. And some problems that Cardano is trying to solve relate to scalability, interoperability, and sustainability on cryptocurrency platforms. Now that's much more complicated and there's a lot more things that they do that you can definitely go ahead and check out on their website and watch other videos. But for this example, we're just going to take a look at the current price points and just see what's going on with Cardano. So let's actually hop over to TradingView. Let's see the actual charts here. So I have this one pulled up right now. We're using a Bitfinex for the exchange, and we currently have the dollar in terms of the price point for now. And at least right now, it's stating here at $1.12. And I mean, if we can see the historical data for the past few weeks, right? So pretty much we've seen Cardano going and forming essentially higher lows. So right here, and then again, it rises up. We have a higher low here, and then again right here. We're looking at right here, and it seems like if it were to break down, we could see the price continue to downtrend, or if it were to bounce back up, then we could test some spots here. And just before I get any farther in the video, just remember this video is for entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice. Make sure to do your own research before making any investments. But we can see right here for this point, we do have some resistance around this point right here. So we see we're touching one point here, another here, and I mean, you can average around with this, but around, maybe 118, 120. But again, this is just a short-term thing. I'm looking at our Cardano in terms of like the long term and some potential for the actual features and what they're going to be releasing. So in terms of short-term play, again, if you're trading this, then obviously you'll care. But if you're looking at it long-term, I'd say I'm very bullish on that. But again, that's just my own opinion. But let's just look at it for short-term right now. So if it were to break out and then we were to test some support levels, I mean, we could see it continue, and it could potentially go all the way down here to around maybe even the like 80-ish, 8 cents, give or take, and depending on where you want to measure this. But seems like currently, at least for the last few weeks back in February, we do have some major support within this range, anywhere from maybe like the 94 cents up to pretty much like 88-cent range. We do have some major support in this area, so if it were to fall through and nothing saves it at this point, we could see it drop down, maybe potentially reaching closer to the 88, 90 cent mark, and then obviously it could bounce back up. Or if it were to continue, we could see it potentially passing through resistance, maybe both past the $1.20 mark, give or take, and then depending on how the market is doing overall, we could see it test again the highs of $1.48. We'll have to see in the next few weeks what happens, but I mean, if we were just to look at it right now, for instance, let's just say it were to bounce back up, and then over time, if it were to test the 150 plus range, that's about a 30% plus gain. So now if you want to calculate that in terms of market cap, simply just take the current market cap and then add 30% to that. So if you're looking at it right now around 30 bill, I mean, let's just take a third of that. We're looking at like maybe what? Close to, let's just say 10 plus bill, 11, 12 bill added on top of this market cap right here. And I always like to look at the market caps because a lot of people will give, some outrageous price predictions, but you still got to factor in, like if Cardano were to go to, for instance, $2 plus, that would put it at a pretty much a 70 bill market cap, right? And then obviously you would have to multiply that again and again, depending on how high you think the price will actually end up reaching. Obviously that's some long-term plays, but at least short-term right now, we are seeing it quite bullish, where if it were to continue to drop down, that could be in correlation with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin were to take a big dip, then I wouldn't be surprised seeing Cardano drop as well, following, copying essentially Bitcoin's moves. And there's also some support around this area too, maybe like the $1.04 give or take mark. We have the touch points here. multiple touch points. So it could drop back down here and then test this area. The RSI right now, it seems like, at least on this 1 hour time frame, that it's a little, I'd say, it could indicate that it might be a little closer towards the oversold area. It's not technically there yet, but I mean, it looks like it's trending that way. So who knows, if people were to actually get some more volume buying in, we could see that turn back to some big green candlesticks. Because I mean, you can look at here in terms of the volume, we have some massive green spikes up here, and even in these areas right now, there's not much happening in terms of the volume. So again, we'll just have to wait and see. So short term, I mean, I think it's something that you just have to wait. But in terms of long-term play and talking about some crazy price predictions, let me check out this article I want to show you guys. So this article, this was back, a couple of days back now. But this essentially FD7, and they basically a crypto investment company. They're predicting that Cardano can go to potentially $20. And they state here in the next 2 to 3 years, they could see, well, they mentioned another cryptocurrency too, but potentially I'll just focus on Cardano for this video, that it could 20x within the next 2 to 3 years, right? So if we were just to do that, right, quick maths, let's just round this to basically 30. Now we're up to 36 right now, but quick maths right here, let's just do this. Now I just put up my calculator over here, right? Now if we were to take 36 billion market cap, right, which is currently right here, and let's just say hypothetically it were to reach the 20x that these guys state, then we're looking here. So we got 1, 2, 3, and if I'm reading that correctly, that looks like 720 bill. Let me just make sure I double check. So we got a 3, 3, 3 here. So essentially that's 100, or this is basically a million, and then basically 720 billion, right? So the current valuation for Cardano would be at 720 bill. And at that point, that would make essentially Bitcoin's market cap be way larger than it is, assuming obviously Bitcoin and maybe ETH or even the other top cryptocurrencies follow suit. Now, if we could see Cardano flip maybe ETH or Bitcoin, then that would be insane. But again, just keep that in mind. If in the next 2 to 3 years, if you think 720 bill market cap is reasonable, then feel free to let me know your thoughts down below if you even think that's possible, or what do you think if it's out of the current time frame, or maybe it might be too soon. But I mean, just looking right now, obviously we did pass the 1 trillion market cap in terms of Bitcoin. So I mean, 720 bill right here compared to 1 trillion, it doesn't look too far off. But again, that's a 20x from at this current price point. So for this to actually happen, then we would need massive amounts of money coming in, right? It can't just, retail people can't just get in Cardano expecting this price to go up. It's just not going to happen, right? But here they mentioned things about like institutional investors. So like they mentioned really quick, Elon Musk, right? If you guys been following Elon, he bought 1.5 billion in Bitcoin, basically where Tesla at least did it. And he's thinking or mentioning that that he will eventually move these funds to other cryptocurrencies such as ETH, DOT, and ADA. Now, it seems like this is all just speculation right now. There's no confirmation that Elon or any other major big person out there, whale, you guys should consider them, is moving their money into any of these companies right now. But who knows, right? If it were to happen, then yeah, that's good news for people who are holding Cardano, ADA, and the other cryptocurrencies. But again, we'll have to wait and see. But just short term, really quick, we will have to see what happens with Cardano, whether or not it breaks down and continues to test these support levels, or if it can break resistance and then potentially break through the 147, 150 basically price point, and then continue to rise after that. We'll just have to wait and see. But definitely let me know your thoughts on Cardano, your price predictions. What do you think is going to happen in the next few weeks, let alone the next few years? And also, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to see more updates on the cryptocurrency market. I also post videos relating to the stock market as well. And if you made it this far in the video and you want to get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850, then you can go ahead and click the first link in the description below and sign up for an account. And as long as you deposit $100 minimum or more, you'll be able to receive 2 free stocks valued up to potentially $1,850. And aside from that, again, guys, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to follow along with more updates on the markets. Give this video a thumbs up, share this with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one.